You didn't pay shit, Hordois.
You ever heard this good MK47?
Mm-mm.
Good.
You didn't pay shit, Hordois. Yeah, I'm sure everybody's already gone. Yeah, I got pissed off because I got the order. I ordered the wrong thing, I think. But yeah, anyway, fuck it.
He's got some hate. Anger.
He's definitely an angry person.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't like it, then turn off the track. Don't even tell me that you've been a fan. You're doing that. Because I look for the heart. I fell in love with the heart. She took my heart and ripped the shit out of my chest. She thumped it a hole on the floor. Like three of the guys in the back. Mike and the 10 minutes, fuck is she like? Don't even tell me they're only a friend when you've been sucking all the dicks on the side. And you're like, no, sure. Don't me like
Damn. Damn.
Sorry, I'm trying to get all my shit together, guys.
Pretty good. But now she's very angry. Almost looks like fucking the fucking Hardy Boy.
Yeah?
Fucking.
Yeah, it does, huh?
Mm-hmm. Crazy. It's my ego. I like those glasses. Those glasses.
This happiness, make a fuck in your mouth though. With a deep hole, you a deep bro. West Coast, the dosage. I can't hold no bullshit.
What's up, Stiffy? What's up, Stiffy? How are you? I'm alright. I just can't get my microphone figured out. I got this microphone and shit and whatever. I'm not tech savvy, so I don't know how to do that shit. Crazy as it might seem, the phantom power supply I got didn't come with fucking instructions.
Yeah, that's fucking weird, dude. Well, but who does that? You know what I mean?
That's stupid shit.
You're supposed to know, I guess.
Yeah.
Stupid.
I'm not fucking ass beating this game too. Yeah, I know. It's just, the whole, I just tried watching one and it didn't make it any fucking easier for me. What's up, Mike?
Well, it's not going to matter anyways if it's the wrong one.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah. Something like they're saying something like a condenser microphone and an interface. I don't.
That has that on there. It says on the website there that it has the fucking that power, the whatever power.
The phantom power?
Yeah.
That's what it is. It's a phantom power supply, but it's not for an interface.
Forever.
It's for a condenser, I think. Because the microphone doesn't have anything you can adjust the gain and shit on it.
Right.
You know? I'm glad I stayed in. I was gonna fold it too. So how are all of you tonight? I'm fucking close anyway, but call the fucking air really quick. That don't do it. Yeah, I just don't know how to hook this microphone up to the phantom power supply to the laptop back and forth, you know what I mean? Oh, because I didn't monetize it. Yeah, well, that'd be cool, Viper. Said you could help. No, Viper. Oh. It didn't cost me anything to buy in. It just I used my points, my saved up points that I got. But if you're gonna buy into this game, it's a $75 game. Yeah. Yeah, I had like 78,000 points today. I'm not sure how to get it off there, but there's like 44 people. There was like 44 people in the tournament earlier.
Did you turn your monetization on?
No, I didn't, baby.
Yep, go get it.
Fuck it, dude. Yeah, of course he pulls the fucking... Yeah, baby! Give it up, baby! Oh my fucking man, dude. What a joke. What a joke. What a joke. What a joke. Oh. Yep, I did too. I went all in, pair three of the kind, got beat up by a fucking flush draw, dude. What a fucking joke, dude.
That sucks.
Yeah. Anyway, we can play this one right here. We'll play a cash game. How about that? Just let me know when you want my help. Phantom power is for condenser mics. I have no idea what you mean by. I have no idea what a condenser mic is. I have no idea what that means, bro.
Difference. You know what I mean? Can you tell us what the difference is?
What's the difference? I guess I could do this, huh?
Or it's time to come out, man.
Yeah, he called him GS. That's right.
Baby, you want this? Here's this.
What's up, Vibrant?
Okay, so I'm not too loud.
What's that?
On mic loud?
I can hear you fine.
Is I do X-Man?
But of course, you're breaking up.
Okay, so you have condenser and dynamic mics. I keep on hearing myself talk. Basically, it just depends on the power. Like, if you want to sing, for example, you'll pick up more with different mics. So the phantom power is basically going to be extra power for your mic. Your mic is going to be a lot more sensitive.
No, yeah. No.
What I need to help you 100%, like every single part of your build, I need to know what exact mic it is and what you're using for phantom power. And then I can tell you how to route it.
Here's the mic.
Okay, hang on.
Stop it. Quit it, Noria. That's enough. Quit it.
You turn that light on more, baby.
Is that your phantom power?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, that's the phantom power. Yeah, it's a 48 volt. So basically, what's going to happen is the mic's got to be plugged into that, and that's got to be plugged into whatever else you're using. What else are you using?
I'm just running to my laptop.
Oh, just to your laptop directly.
Well, I guess I don't know how to do any of this stuff, bro.
Yeah, so your mic's got to go into that either or, because that's keeping your mic from overloading, and especially on what mic you have, because like this mic I have now has half phantom power. It's really sensitive, and also turn the gain way up, then you can hear everything that's in, basically everything. I could almost ASMR, best way to explain it. But it's in your laptop, so it's probably going in a USB port, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and then you have the XLR plugin on the back, which is the thing that looks like a circle. Okay, that's your CAD shield. the thing that's a circle that has the 3 dots in it, that would be the XLR cable plug-in.
Okay.
Hello?
So your mic, that mic has got to go directly into that. Then your
Okay, so this
phantom-
mic,
Okay. Do I need to come that way?
okay, so this mic came with this,
Oh, okay, cool.
not this cord. Hang on, I'll find it.
This one. Okay, yeah, just let me know. Thank you. Okay.
Okay, so this cord is the one that came. No, it's not. God damn it. This one. This is the one that came with the microphone. Okay.
yeah, that's the XLR. That's the XLR plug-in right there.
Right. So this goes into the laptop, right?
The USB goes in the laptop. I don't think you're gonna have an XLR on your laptop.
Right. So I had that
And-
right.
Of course, that's the female XLR, so you need the XLR cable. So that's the only cable you got with the mic?
No.
I'm checking it.
No, it's stuck in there.
Glad you don't live close to me. I'd come over and plug that all up and get it working for you, like within an hour.
Oh, yeah, stop it.
I need something skinny, thin, and hard.
That.
You can hold this.
Yeah.
Camera's on.
Here, let me see it.
My camera's on.
I know.
Well, if you don't want to be on camera, babe,
Well, you still hold it.
Abilities for my responses. You can give the extension a try.
why the fuck are you even talking right now, dude?
Let me see it.
One,
There's one behind you, too.
this one. Okay, so this is the USB one that came with the microphone. Then I got these two right here. This one came with the Phantom power supply. So this one came with the Phantom power supply. And this is the other part to the microphone. This is the other one that came with the microphone.
Okay, so that right there is that's the one that goes in the microphone, the one you're holding. You have
Right.
the side that's the female side, it has the holes, and then you have the one that has the teeth or the things, the prongs sticking out. The other one is for now. You don't have to. You honestly don't. You only have to use one of them. But that one with the silver plate is probably a better high quality one to use. But so you plug it into the mic, and it goes from the mic into your power, your phantom power.
Okay.
That makes sense.
Not really, but okay.
Yeah. So your mic has more than likely has a metal part, right?
Yeah.
And then so you take the female side of the XLR cable and plug it into the mic.
Okay.
Then the other end is a female part that goes into the male part of the Phantom power. So your Phantom power box should have an XLR plug-in in there too. And then that cable goes directly into that Phantom power.
Okay.
Yeah, see, you got the female and the male part right there.
Okay. And then
Now
go ahead. I'm listening.
and then you have your USB plug-in, and that's basically all you have. The Phantom power normally goes into. Normally, you'll have a box like that goes into like a like some type of interface or like some other device to help do your levels of your mic. And who was it that you bought this with?
I got it from Amazon.
Yeah, but who was selling you all the pieces and stuff you got?
TPR was telling me to get one, but I probably just ordered the wrong one.
You got good stuff. I'm just trying to see how it's routing because you're going directly into your computer with a USB port. You have one side. You don't have to have, if you're doing it directly that way and it's going to work for you, you don't have to have one of the other XLR ports. So either or, that cable that's plugged into your mic has to go directly into your Phantom power. Basically, think of it this way.
Okay, it is.
Think of it like power, right? Like let's say if you're running a tool, some type of tool, and the tool takes a lot of power, but you don't have a power outlet that takes that much power. You're going to have to have something to route that to give it more power. Basically, you're given your condenser mic, you're giving it better power with Phantom power. You're giving it the extra boost that it needs. Then from the Phantom power plug-in is where it's going into where you need to relay all your sound and set all that up.
Okay.
Hello, Haas. Hello, Remy. Hello, Third Eye. Oh, I got to clean up the dog's poop.
Okay, so I got it. I got it all routed. Okay.
Okay.
Plugged in, turned on. Now how do I get it? Now how do I switch it over from the internal mic on the laptop to the external mic? Because nothing happens when I do it.
Yeah, but was there not instructions on the software or something to download for the Phantom power?
I don't know. Like, no, it didn't come. It didn't come with shit in the box besides the wires and shit, bro.
Yeah, literally didn't.
It didn't come with no
Really?
manual in it or anything.
Okay. Tell me the exact brand. I'm gonna look it up really quick.
It's Aokio. Aokio. AOKEO.
What's up, Bongs? What's up,
38.
Haas?
Yeah, I got the one right here.
Says for condenser microphone. Yeah.
It says it's for a condenser microphone. Do I have a condenser microphone?
I don't. You have to tell me the microphone brand. You like the exact microphone model and stuff. It looks like it could be, but it could also not be condenser.
Because it says right
It's an SE X1S is what it is. It's a. Here, I'll type it in the chat.
Yeah, it says right here, supply
It's
delivers
an S.
reliable phantom power for condenser microphone.
X1S.
Wait. No.
That's the microphone that I got.
I think that might be the model. There might be.
Stop
Okay, I see. I got it right here. Okay. Let me look, because there's the CAD Shield bundle.
You keep fading in and out, bro, real bad.
Oh, sorry. I was looking away from the mic. I was talking to myself as I'm sitting here going through all this for you. It was like, I see the bundle right here. It's a SE Electronics, and I see a bundle right here that comes with a CAD Shield, which is that shield you have, the vocal shield.
Mm-hmm.
So now all I need to look at is the routing of it.
It says it can be used for any condenser microphone music recording device.
Yep. Okay, so my next question would be, do you seem to have like a software or something on the computer that you're using?
No, I don't know. I don't know if I need to or not, bro. I don't know how to, like I said,
You
I'm
are
not
going to
doing
need
any
to.
stuff.
You are going to
Huh?
need to. You are going to need to. Yeah.
Okay, so what do I do? What do I get? What's up, Temper?
It says, but phantom power does not enhance the microphone sound quality and improve the normal volume.
Yeah, I know. All the Phantom does is just give it microphone power to run.
It gives it more power for the extra oomph, the push that it gives. Also, it can help. I forgot what I was going to say. It can help. Boy, my puppy pooped and pissed all over the place. I'm going to have to clean it up soon. Now, the phantom power can sometimes mess with the gain. I don't think that microphone is going to have a gain problem. But what I'm reading right here, I'm looking at the specs of it.
I don't play games anyway.
Oh no, gain like GAIN.
Okay.
Yeah, gain as in, and you turn up the gain. Your mic has an overall louder sound, so you can turn your gain way up, and then like you can just basically whisper, and you can pick up every single little pin drop in your house or around your mic.
Yeah, I remember that mic we got from Arkansas.
Mm-hmm.
That thing.
I've never got it to work either.
Sir, remember we got it to work for a little bit. I remember we used to whisper or talk really lightly and it was real loud.
Or I'm reading all.
You're good, bro.
Your XLR going from your mic into your input software. Then you have an XLR plug-in on the output that goes into USB. That should be.
And that's how I got it routed.
Yeah, but we need to see what program will work good with that. That's how I need to. because that's the problem right now. Is the problem right now is it's not reading it as your audio input or output. You don't have any way to adjust it, because if we were going to your computer, or if you were to go into your computer and set your main audio, your audio out, and your main mic as that mic, it could be completely loud. It could just be sound weird because you don't have anything to adjust it. So let me see if I can find a software that's free. I don't know. What type of computer do you have? Go here.
I'm just using the Chromebook
Oh, no,
right now.
no.
See, I just switched it over. I just in StreamYard, I just switched it from built-in mic to USB mic.
Yeah.
And you
Well,
can hear me?
this basically isn't a USB mic. It's basically it's different than USB, but I get what you mean. So you're just using a Chromebook, so you don't have an actual video card in your system.
I have no idea what that is, bro.
A video card, so like a lot of higher end computers, a lot of times like desktops and stuff will have a video card, which anything that does video instead of work like YouTube or editing pictures or videos or anything like that does with graphics will come off the video card instead of the system. So that leaves you more basically more RAM, more
No,
use.
so I got to get my laptop fixed then.
What were you using before? Still the
My
Chromebook?
laptop. I would just know. Well, what do you mean? I used to use my laptop broke. Like it won't charge anymore.
Oh, that's bad. That's probably the battery.
Well, no, the port's broke on it.
Oh, the port.
Yeah, the plug-in where you plug it into the power. You know.
Because if you had a laptop or even a desktop that had RTX video card actually has software you can use to, which is what I use for my mics right now. But it has software you can use to mess with the gain, have noise suppression, all that different stuff. So you have a lot of stuff you can mess with. Let me see if I can find a free software for you. And it's a Chromebook. That's the problem, though. I don't know if your Chromebook is limited.
Move.
Oh, I'm sure it is. I have a really nice laptop, but it's just fucked up right now.
You have a computer too, but son's using it.
Yeah, I have a computer too, but my son's using it. I've only had this microphone for a fucking year now already. I've never used it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
I've had so many people come in and tell me that they come in here and tell me they're gonna help me get everything set up, dude, and then just never show back up and shit, you know.
Right.
It's awesome.
I mean, yeah, I can help you all with that. I mean, hell, if you need to, if you want to wait until there's a time where we're on Discord, you're not streaming or anything, then we can do video back and forth on the routing. Also, I'm gonna try and find you software that's free that's good that can be used, because that's gonna help you a lot.
I just get bummed out real quick, you know what I mean, about shit.
Oh yeah, it's okay. I understand. I get bummed out about a lot of shit too. I actually started writing music, with the help of AI stuff, and it's turned out pretty fucking well. And it made me break down the other day because I want to spread my talent. I want to spread the messages that I have, and get my lyrics out there and all that stuff. And it sounded so fucking well. And I was like, dude, and I failed everywhere I've turned when it comes to music, because I'm like, I can't get people to contribute their time or their talents to help me write the music and stuff because I can't do it that much anymore.
Yeah.
But with the help of AI, I just started working on taking out this this I guess auto tune bullshit. I hate auto tune, and taking it out and working around the music on it and stuff. It's going to sound good. It's fucking awesome.
Yeah. I have no idea what auto tune is, bro.
Well, it's
I mean, I get
basically-
I get what the words mean, but I don't know what you know what I mean.
yeah, but it's like most singers and stuff use auto tunes. That's not exactly how they sound. Like, so I try and do the raw sound. Like if I go flat, or if I go sharp, or if my voice cracks, or if my voice goes out of tune and you can hear it, I don't give a shit. It's part of, it's part of it. I don't want any auto tune or any computer stuff or computerized stuff to make me sound better than what I am.
Yeah, I get it.
That's basically almost everybody nowadays.
Really?
Yeah, I mean a lot of bands, a lot of people that. A lot of the producers and everything, they use auto tune, and it sucks so bad. Like they do it even on metal music nowadays. So you don't get the raw. Yeah, you don't get the raw. And some bands are starting to go back to the raw sound, but you don't get the raw sound where if they mess up or crack or something like that, you can catch it. But I mean, hell, they even do timing things when they do their audio work. Like if the guitar or if the drum hits in the wrong spot, they can take it and splice it, and they move it just a tiny bit to make it where it's right on beat. So they can do a lot of things with that stuff. A lot of stuff is just computerized.
It's bullshit.
And that's where I was trying to
into a fucking computer thing then.
Yeah, it's basically, yeah. Now, see, I had so that's basically what I did with this. With the AI I'm using now, and there is a lot of computerized stuff in there. But the thing that I've done with it is I've worked on typing a book or typing a paper with every single little detail that I want done to it. And that's where it derived from. So I have perfectly how I want it. Only thing I need to do is I take out the vocals and keep the instrumentals. And then I take the instrumentals, I put it onto my actual recording programs, and then I record back over my voice without auto-tune bullshit and doing it that way. It's going to sound really good. It sounds really good. I'm actually pretty impressed. It like maybe break down the other day. I was so excited. I was like, that is so cool. I have the talent that nobody will ever see. So I'm trying to do something with it because I actually just got through doing because at my age and with all the problems I have, I actually just got through doing life insurance policy for my, to give my son basically my life insurance. So he can be taken care of when something happens to me.
Yeah.
So I've been dealing with that stuff for the past couple of days because my cousin passed. And then, I just had my dad and my grandma pass away. And then it's like, it starts opening your eyes where it's like, dude, everything is fucked. Like it's hard. Like you basically get completely screwed, and then they want to take your house. They want to do this and that because you can't pay the bill on time and all that bullshit.
Yeah.
So I wanted to take care of it and just basically get my son covered. And so he's covered now if something happens to me. And things in the policy would change when I turn 50. I guess there's certain things I never dealt with life policy before, but life insurance. But I guess when you turn 50 is when you get other things, like if you have like medical problems, that can get covered more compared to accidental shit and all that. But
yeah, I don't get all that fucking life insurance and all that shit either, man.
But especially after Grandma passed, we're about to lose the house when my grandma passed, and it was just hard as hell because I was still fighting disability. I didn't have a penny coming to me at all, and so it was hard as hell. And then of course paying the funeral and all that stuff, which yeah, you can go and pay all your stuff before the time you pass away and stuff. But the thing is, if you don't ask all the questions, you don't get all the hidden payments that you have to do. Which sucks because we thought everything was paid for until Grandma passed, and then we did her funeral, and then we hear afterwards we owe like over $500. Like, wait, what? It was all paid for.
Yeah.
Yeah, but this
Yeah,
wasn't paid for.
We paid for my grandpa's funeral twice.
Yeah, because they don't tell you. They didn't tell you all the stuff that they're going to charge you for, right?
Yeah, I'm not sure. I was kind of young, but I know that they just lost. They lost. My grandpa paid for everything. My grandma died like 15 years before my grandpa did, and when she died, he just paid for his funeral as well. He bought his coffin and all that shit, and they lost the funeral home lost all the paperwork for it. Yeah, burial plot and all that shit.
Yeah, it was weird because the one thing that wasn't paid for, even though her being buried in that plot and everything else was paid for, her death date plate wasn't paid for. Why? So they don't tell you that when you get it, or they didn't on this one. They didn't tell us that. So we're like, so she's not getting a death plate? What the hell shit is this? So it's basically a plastic thing. They put in the fake flowers because they go and actually put fake flowers on all the graves, and they put in this little plaque, this little plastic plaque thing that says death date and then the date. But it's not a metal plate that goes on the stone, the gravestone. So I'm like, okay, well, what the fuck? Then because mom decided she wanted to have it under the canopy that's right beside her plot and stuff. There's a canopy there. They were like, okay, that's cool. And they did that. But turns out that's like $400 or $300 or something. So we're like, what the fuck? So then you have all these charges. And I'm like, I was like, man, you know what? I'm getting my back pay for my disability. That's the one thing I want to do for grandma. I'm not religious and stuff, but I know grandma would have wanted it taken care of. She wanted it done. Just don't want to have to deal with it anymore. So I was like, the one thing I want to do for her is I will pay all the stuff. I'll pay it all. And we went when my cousin passed away. We went and finished paying it all. And then they did. Then the funeral homes are okay. They take credit card, but then the actual grave site places, they take cash only. So then it's like we had to go and get cash just to turn around and come back and pay them like $200 or some shit like that. And it was a headache. But I know looking through my eyes with all this, I was like, when I go, I don't want my son to have to deal with any of that shit. I want him to be okay and just like mourn my passing or whatever they're going to do, and then move forward, live your life. Like, I don't want all them to have all the pressure of, yo, you got to pay this, and then now you got debt and all this different shit. Fuck that.
Yeah, I get it.
Okay, so I'm gonna be looking some info. I'm gonna keep on looking a whole bunch of different software. I'm gonna actually do a lot of vetting on it because I use pay software, so I don't know any good free ones are out there. But I compare and contrast. Anytime I do things, I look at like 10, 20 different fucking sites or information things on it, what people say about it and stuff, and then I go off of that. So I'm gonna try and find a really good one that would be a little bit easier to run to somebody that doesn't know all the ins and outs of audio work, and go from there. Unless PTR has something that he knows that he's not saying, but
well, I could. It doesn't have to be free necessarily either. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but I'd much rather. I mean, there's no use. Okay, the way I'm looking at this is there's no use of paying. Let's say, for example, $250 for a software that you're going to get, and you're not going to know jack shit about it.
Yeah.
And if something messes up that you accidentally did, you're going to have to wait forever just for somebody that knows that software to come and say, okay, this is what you got to do. Or you're going to have to look up a lot of YouTube videos. It's just easier to start small. Start on a free software normally is easier to run. And it doesn't give people as much, well, it can give people problems, but it doesn't give you as much confusion as most of the more professional software.
Yeah.
It just give you the basics, the things that could control, make you sound better. And then based off your voice is what's going to make it sound better either or. But yeah, so I want to do some research for you on that because that's mainly all you need is software at this point. The Phantom Power has its own power supply. You plug it into a wall, more than likely. That's what the picture I saw.
Yeah.
So you don't have to flip it on and off. All it is, it's basically it's like converting the energy from that mic and the power going through the mic, converting it to go into the computer a little bit softer and not as hard. So, like I think I have like 3 or 4 mics that have to have Phantom Power, but then I have a mic that has Phantom Power, but it has it built in it. So that's a more expensive mic, but there's a lot of different things like that. And then there are mics like the Yeti. The Yeti Pro, in my opinion, is one of the best, cheaper ones to get. Dude, it's awesome. But you don't have to have Phantom Power. We just need to figure out what software you're going to run. Because that's the only thing you need at this point is software. It's software that'll work on a Chrome because Chromes are very limited. Oh, Barry Sports. Cheers. But yeah, but that's all you need right now. So I'm gonna have to do some research unless PTR comes up here and is like, "Hey, I know exactly what you need," because he's going to talk about tariffs and then talk about penguins.
Yeah, he hasn't
and,
been coming over. He hasn't been coming over here lately.
oh, dude, yesterday was a headache.
Yeah.
I was sitting there. I was like, "Oh my god." If anything with true crime, man, comes over, it's going to be chaotic. So I was like sitting there. Yeah.
Oh, on my channel yesterday?
Oh yeah, yesterday I was sitting there
dude.
and I was like,
Yeah.
okay, I'm gonna go and write this song. I've been trying to get my mind down to write this song and the feeling that I felt at that time, and now I'm getting pissed off because this person's saying all this stupid shit. I hate it. I hate it so much.
Well, you see how I handled it.
Yeah, and I saw how Harley Dad, everyone handled it, man. You had everyone coming up here and defending you, and the person was like, "I'm not talking about me," and then starts talking about herself, and it's like back and forth. Oh my god, it's like.
Yeah.
Then once I heard Dolly and the true crime, Dolly and backstabbed and all that stuff, I was like, a true crime, yeah, that's drama driven. That's going to be drama all over the place. But the true crime itself, and it doesn't matter who it is, any true crime stuff is toxic as fuck.
Yeah. Yeah. I know. I kind of how I got started out with all my shit, you know what I mean? Within the true crime communities, but like I just can't stand there's just certain people I can't stand, you know what I mean? And like last night, right there at the end, I just ended it, dude. I just like, you know what? I'm done. Boom. Click, end stream. I just fucking left the stage.
Yeah, dude, it fucked me up. It fucked me up so bad when you did that. I'm sitting here trying to write this song and stuff and fix the errors they had when trying to say the different words and stuff. And I was sitting there working on this stuff, and y'all guys were talking back and forth. I hear Harley Dad and stuff, then all of a sudden I hear a girl getting pulled over. She's the sheriff's daughter, and she's arguing with people, and I'm like, why are they watching this? It turns out you guys weren't fucking watching. I'm sitting there trying to comment. I was like, I saw this one before, and she still gets arrested. And it was a fucking video that automatically played after you closed down your stream. And I was like, oh shit, I've been sitting here for like 30 minutes or so, and you guys shut down the stream already. Dude, it fucked me up bad. I was like, oh god, okay.
My bad.
It's okay. It's okay. Like, I would do the same thing. Like, I can't stand when the drama and shit comes up. I'll just fucking end it, or I'll just kick people off. I don't care if I'm hated. I was trying to say that because here's okay. Not to get religious or anything with this. I'm not religious, but one thing pisses me off because there was that other person that was causing issues before too, and it's just I don't know who that person was before the other girl came up, but she's from I don't know where she's from. I didn't even remember
Australia, Warrior Nun.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And he was saying
she's Aborigine. She like lives in the outback. You know what I mean?
but she was talking about started talking about something like demonic. Because somebody was talking as demonic. Or saying something that's demonic.
She was referring to Rose.
Yeah, but I'm sitting here like I really hate it when people use it that way. Like
Yeah.
everything's demonic, and when it's not their vision of stuff, it's demonic. And then that other girl came up. She started talking about how everyone's demonic and they're friends, but they're so demonic. And it's like, why is everyone talking about demonic shit now? Like if somebody, they're saying because you backstab somebody on YouTube, you're demonic. Yeah, that's just drama. It's drama, baby. That's what it is.
Yeah.
I mean, because
I try to stay away from the drama as much as possible.
yeah, same here. I even wrote down in there. I was like, I was demonic. Does that mean I'm still demonic? Because people said I was demonic and picked my song that I had released when I had this thing giving out free samples and stuff for some of my songs. I got picketed. They said I was a demon. I was demonic and all this shit. And it's like that's the first thing that came up when people say that shit, and it bothers the fuck out of me.
Yeah. I don't get it either, man. But I love Team Rose. I love Warrior Nun, you know, but you know, it is what it is, you know.
Not everybody's gonna get along.
Yep. It's impossible to have everybody get along.
Yeah, YouTube.
But at least I can say this, at least she bought my book before she freaked out.
Yeah,
So,
you gotta sell
there
for it.
you know? Just saying. Move away from me. Move. You're not going to come over here and whine at me. Go away. Nope, go away.
You want to take a bath?
Go on.
Take a bath? Time to take a bath?
What, you bell on me, Vipern?
No, I'm still here. I was reading.
Oh, okay.
As I'm talking to you and up here, I'm sitting here doing research over different software and stuff. This is something that's not going to get out of my mind until I find something that's worth it, and then I go to sleep.
Sweet.
Well,
I'm glad I could occupy your time, bro.
You want to hear the song?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to share. You know what? I actually might do it this way.
If you're gonna have me share it, I can't, bro. For whatever reason, I can't pull shit up out of the back chat or out of the main chat, dude.
I'll share it. I'm just trying to find the best way of doing it. I don't want to everyone to see my. I might just have to do it that way. And I'm really impressed with it. I don't give a fuck that it's mostly AI stuff, because I can actually I could take out the lyrics and do everything else myself, because I don't really agree with the pacing of the lyrics sometimes. Sometimes they rush these words that shouldn't be rushed, because it's part of the song that gives you a hint of what's going on, because it's supposed to be the male guys. I'll explain the song after I bring this up really quick. So it's this song. I wrote this song for a girl. I've attempted to take my life plenty of times, and every time I was close to doing it, she would always pop up, and so she was always there, right? And that's the whole thing. Always there or always is the song. I was playing around with always here or always there, but it seems like I'm going to go with always. But she was always there, and then when she would go through stuff like abuse and stuff that she had, I would always be there too. It's like I instantly got a feeling for it, like something's wrong. So the song is about that. It's about fighting that. Like the first part of it is the male, which is me, and it's my attempts of self-harm. I'm cutting myself, the blood and all that stuff, and then she breaks me out of it and shows me comfort in somebody that actually cares. And then the next part is her going through abuse, and she, most people won't leave the abuse, and they have a chance of dying. Like, is this going to be your last day? Are you going to die today? And then getting her out of that and all that. Anyways, it's a good. The lyrics are good. The lyrics are all mine. The way the AI put it together with the different explanations actually is pretty well done. How do I open this up? Okay, hold on. Let me do it this way. People are just going to have to not see my screen. I'm hoping it'll work this way. Okay, so it's going to share the audio. I don't know if it's going to echo, so you're just going to have to let me
Hold
know.
on. Can you-
Let me know when.
Oh, my bad. You can share it anytime you want, bro.
Okay, so I'll share the entire screen. I was going to share all the audio again. So if it does a lot of echoing, even without people talking or anything, just let me know. But this is the song.
Oh, there it is. I got you.
Here's the song. Can you hear it?
Yeah.
Life always seems to lay its head scars. All this pain will I fall apart. I've lost my way. Hoping one day that this life will change. All these thoughts, my mind's locked in a cage. I've lost today. So I sit here, lost in despair. Will I disappear? I'm not wanted here. The knife cuts, letting blood rain. Living my life, fearing the disdain. For some reason, feeling tensions. I've been lost and seeing visions. Your beauty brings the light from shadows. Calming words, voice of an angel. You always seem to know I'm hurting. Always there. Helping cope, giving my life meaning. Always there. This pain, you know I'm grieving. Always there. Always here for me. Never leaving. Feeling fear, thinking you're not strong. Broken heart, asking what you did wrong. Will you die today? Why do you still love him anyway? Trapped inside, you wanna run away. You're not safe, so you sit there, lost in despair. Will you disappear if you're not wanted here? Secrets of what he thought of you. Want your life, somehow you'll get through. Voice of reason, feeling tensions. You are lost and seeing visions. You'll bring the light from shadows. Calming words, thoughts not shallow. I always seem to know you're hurting. Always there. Helping come, giving your life meaning. Always there. This pain I know that you are grieving. Always there. Always here for you. Never leaving. I always seem to know you're hurting. Always there. helping cope, giving your life meaning. Always there. This pain I know that you are grieving. Always there, always here for you, never leaving. Always there, always here for me. I'm always here for you.
That's basically the song.
That's good, bro. That's good shit, bro.
Yeah, lyrically, I didn't like the way it originally was planned was a lot harder, and to hear it this way with like an AI band, basically, I was like, dude, this fucking works. It sounds good. It almost sounds punky in a way, but it's emotional new metal, basically beat, but good song. But yeah,
Yeah, it is.
I
I like
have a video planned for it and all that stuff too. It's I want a girl to be on the other end, and then me originally I want it to be a male singer, and then the girl singing the second chorus and all that stuff and about the guy. But that kind of failed when the girl didn't do that good in the tryouts and stuff. But
Yeah.
anyways, yeah.
Oh yeah, that was good, bro. So how long you been writing music, bro? Your whole life or what?
I've been doing music basically my whole life. Yes.
Nice.
My first song my first song that I wrote was called "You're All Immaculate," or it's called
Called what?
Immaculate. It's called Immaculate. Basically, the chorus of that song was like, "You're all immaculate. You're all immaculate. I'm getting sick of it. What the fuck is wrong? Are you pacifist?" That was basically the chorus of the song. Because I got tired of people acting so perfect and think that they're better than everyone else and they're perfect and nothing's wrong. And then you know they talk shit and don't want to fight. They act like a pacifist. They're better than that too. And it's like that's one of my first songs I wrote was that one. But yeah, I've been doing it all my life.
Oh yeah.
But dude, I was so impressed. Like that listening to that song fucking makes me teary eyed and so bad.
You keep fading in and out, bro.
Oh, I said that song, listening to it, it makes me really teary eyed. Just like the talent that I have and the things I can bring out to people. It's just the fact of doing it. And then where I can't do that stuff anymore. And that's the thing that sucks more than anything.
Yeah.
And if I had the money to hire people to play the stuff that I write, I kind of could do that, I guess. Let's find cheap people though, because people do charge a lot. But I could find people to play live versions of it and then go to a recording studio and do it that way. I mean, I don't know. But
Yeah. Oh yeah.
and there's not a lot of people out today, huh?
No, there's not many. I'm sure there's some drama going down somewhere on YouTube that's more important than being over here, you know?
Fucking drama, man. Drama. Yeah, I need to get used to see. That's the problem with this mic is I gotta talk directly into it because I have so much stuff condensing background noise and stuff. And when I keep on forgetting because I turn my head, and when I turn my head, if I'm not talking directly to it, it sounds like I break, or like my voice cracks or breaks, or you can't hear me. And I got to do some settings on it. Try, I guess, make it more sensitive.
Yeah, you need to be more sensitive.
Yeah, be a lot more sensitive.
Well, not a lot more, just more sensitive, you know? I'm just kidding.
Yeah. So, that guy was talking. Was it Stick, or I don't know what his name was. Anyways, he's talking about the bikers against child abuse.
Yeah, Baca.
Yeah, and they have huge charters here in Oklahoma. They're huge in Oklahoma. That's basically our biker gang is Baka. But I will say that they do more than just I mean, they do child abuse and they do child sexual abuse. They also defend children against people. I was talking about it in chat. I don't know if anybody saw it or not, but we had this group come picket a teenager that died in war, and they were blocked by over 200 or 200 plus bikers from Baka bikers.
Wow.
Because this church is very hates Oklahoma for some reason more than anything. I guess I don't know why, but they went to picket and talk crap about a child that died in war, a teenager, a young one, right? Is their first year in war and passed away, got killed in war, and they picketed. And so Baka came, it was hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of them, dude. They lined up. They were all around the church. They were all around the city, my hometown. They were everywhere, and the cops didn't have to do anything. You know, they didn't have to defend those people because those people were afraid to come in because they saw the bikers. But they ended up going to eat at a restaurant, and somebody vandalized their vehicle and slashed all their tires. So then they needed to get tires. And then everyone in town refused them service, and then the cops got involved because even though they're bad people, you can't refuse them service because now the cops will get involved and get you in trouble. But anyway, it was a bigger deal.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're all over the place here. They have a charter in every big city here in Oklahoma. They have Tulsa, Oklahoma City. They have Choctaw. They have Chickasha, McAllister. They have like almost all the cities here in Oklahoma have their charter.
Wow.
Because I know I saw somebody in the chat was asking what do they defend and all that stuff, and it's a lot more. It's a lot more than what people think. You know, it's anything that has to do with a child is defended. It's not just trafficking. Not
Yeah,
just,
yeah. BACA stands for Bikers Against Child Abuse.
yeah, and it's they actually they actually do a lot of charity events too, especially here in around my area at least.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna clean up this dog poop really quick, and I'll be right back.
All right, bro. I appreciate everybody stopping by. Anyway. A bunch of entertaining motherfuckers tonight. Why the hell they gotta have their TVs up so loud, dude?
I'm driving nuts too. Like they can't fucking hear them.
Yeah. What's up, Charbaddy? How are you, sweetheart?
Daddy.
I hope you had a good day today, Charbaddy. That was a big hand. 38 cents, baby. Come on now. That's definitely going to win a bracelet, you know?
You have an Amazon wish list?
No. Why you ask?
I'm thinking what I should do is I'm thinking what I could do is actually look for an interface that will be good or your mic setup that you have that would be USB so you can control levels and stuff. And if you had a Amazon wish list, I could tell you what the item is. You put it in the wish thing, and then I could just turn around and get it for you.
Well, that's cool, but you wouldn't need to do that. Just let me know what it is. I'll get it. You know what I mean? I wouldn't expect you to pay for my shit, bro.
Yeah,
Come on now.
but it's the fact. It's the fact of helping. That's how I am. That's how I've always been.
You just looking at shit up and finding it for me, dude, is helping me more than you'll know, dude.
Because I tried to help a certain somebody that's in the true crime community. Of course, I'm glad I didn't fall through with it because that turned into a freaking headache. But yeah, I don't know. This is my passion. If I can't do music and travel the world and play in front of people, the least I could do is help people get their audio and stuff set up really well and become professionals in their way, right?
Oh yeah.
He's a good guy. He's a good guy.
Oh yeah. I'm glad we crossed paths, right, bro? Telling you what, bro.
Yeah.
While you're over there checking shit out there on Amazon, you should check out my book. Did you get my book yet, Vibrant?
Dude, how many times do I have to tell you this stuff? We already did all this. Yes, I got your book.
Dude, you know what, dude? I'll ask you probably another 50 times, dude, before it sinks in.
Yeah, I saw my name in there. I read it.
Okay, yeah, that's right. I remember talking about it now. I remember.
Yeah, and then you wanted me to hold it up, and I guess I cut off the name on the bottom by accident, but you told me to hold it up higher, and yeah. So
You remember now.
Yeah, I remember now. You don't have to remind me. I got it now. Shit, bro.
do I need to remind you again?
You probably will. I'm just being honest. At some point in time, I'm sure you will.
Buy one just to see how it is.
What's that?
There's Enfine. So Walmart's been doing, their electronics department actually has a streaming. Well, and the one here at my town has a streaming part where they have audio interfaces, M audio, and all this different shit. And Enfine was one of the really cheap ones. It's like $40 something, like $47 or something. And it's a mixer, XLR mixer interface where you can control the volume of like your stream. You control volume of people talking. You can control the volume of music, turn it up or down separately from all the other audio, or everything that's coming on your computer. You can turn it up and down, but it's a whole setup, and it looks decent. Infine is like kind of a not a known brand. M Audio is known though. They have M Audio one on here too. That's a USB audio interface. That's what you need is a USB audio interface.
What is there something wrong with the face I got now?
Yeah. Yeah. It would help you. It would help you. Whoa, that one looks cool. An FX Caster audio interface. That's a podcast one. That one could, and that one has Phantom Power in it already. And that one you wouldn't even have to have that Phantom Power interface you have. It has Phantom Power in the audio. Dude, this one here, I'm gonna save this. I gotta save this. Look at it. Find out how to. Didn't you say you were doing like you're gonna start doing video or something?
I don't think so. Of course, I mean, I could have. Who knows?
Yeah, I just remember I thought it was you saying that you were gonna start doing videos like YouTube videos or something, and you wanted better audio output or something for that. But
Yeah, that's gotta be somebody else, man. Not me, said the flea.
She's gotta have to turn that around. That's ridiculous.
Well, who else is live tonight there, Viper? Do you know?
I don't know. The only person I know is you. I think that Cowboys person went live. That's the only other person I know of that went live right before you.
Oh, Mosh?
Bosch, yeah, him, that cowboy dude, yeah.
Good shit.
Wannabe. Actually, might be what you need.
What's that? You cut out again, bro.
Oh, I was talking to myself. I wasn't even looking at the mic. I was talking to myself out loud, but I think this might be the one thing that you need. It already has Phantom Power, so you wouldn't have to have that extra thing on there. It has a 48 volt Phantom Power. The sound pads. You could do stream, YouTube, TikTok, PC, guitar. If you play guitar, you do drums, so plug some drum mics in there.
Oh, I don't do drums anymore.
Did you ever watch that drum video I showed you, or I sent in back chat when we were talking about drums?
Yeah.
Dude, what do you think about that guy?
You got some skill, bro. He's got some skill.
Yeah, I think he's from Brazil. Yeah. But dude, he can do like these rolls and these triplets with one hand while he's smoking a cigarette or drinking something. And he could play Slipknot songs with one hand.
Damn.
Dude, he does some pretty good tricks. And he's definitely one of the top on YouTube right now.
Fucking crazy.
Look any further. I think this is the one thing that you need more than anything. Or even.
Yeah, well. Let me know, I'll get it. You better give me nothing but shit garbage hands than that, man. I tell you what.
Yeah, this other one, I don't think this other one, I'm not getting information on if it's a USB or not. But I will say that this is going to be probably your best option. Definitely for the price.
Yeah.
Oh, that one looks cool. Oh, that's a gaming audio mixer. That's just audio mixer though. Do you want me to send these in back chat? Send these two things for you to look at.
You know, if you can, because I can't pull them up out of the back chat or out of the main chat.
Okay.
So if you just go on and email it to me, that'd be great.
So what I'm doing is because I can't, for some reason, I can't share. I don't think I can share the web page because it will try and log into my account or something. Well, maybe I can. I'll check. If I do this on my phone or tablet or something. Oh. You're also not in Discord, are you?
Yeah, I'm in Discord. Remember we watched Star Wars, bro?
Oh yeah. Let me send it on chat on Discord. Can you open it on Discord on chat? If I sent you these.
Yeah. I could.
I have trouble with my email. So believe it or not, my email address is MSN address. You know, MSN doesn't even exist anymore. It's now Outlook. So I have my email address Viper in 2002. So it's been since 2002, and basically it has so much junk email, and I have so many emails that pop on there and junk email because it's been my email address for for a very long time, that I run out of space where I can't send anything or when I can't receive things. So a lot of times I have to delete things and wait till I receive something, and then delete things and wait till I receive it, and it's annoying as fuck. But that's old email for you. Don't want it to send out and then it doesn't send out.
Yeah, this technology shit gets me down. It bugs me. It bugs the fuck out of me sometimes, man.
Okay.
It's like she didn't even turn it down, dude. Whatever, man.
Oh, she definitely turned it down. I mean, it could go down a lot more, but it was up a lot louder.
She just rolls her eyes. Goes and turns it down.
Okay, I'm going. Ooh, Elaine got a hold of me. Says your Kindle book is up for sale. Here's the universal link. All right. So my poetry book is now out on Kindle as well.
Did you find out if you can use voice or what?
Yeah, she's yeah, it's kind of complicated, but I'll talk to Sarge about it here in the next little bit. Okay, thank you very much, Elaine. I really do appreciate it, sweetheart. You're amazing. And when I do the next one, I'll definitely hit you up again too. You know what I mean? But don't be a stranger either. You should stop by my channel sometime and say hi to all of us. You know. Discord. I'm going to Discord.
I'm still getting all the stuff. I'm about to post it here. I'm still getting all the stuff to send you.
Oh, I'm actually faster than you then? Nice.
Yeah, you're way faster than me right now.
Nice. I'll relish in that fact right now.
You're gonna get a lot of people on the virtual stuff.
Yeah. I don't even know how that shit works. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but I mean, because people, it's the same thing with movies, right? Because slowly movies are disappearing, and you don't go. People are getting them online now, so you don't get to go and buy the movies. You don't get to go and get the physical copies anymore. Movies are like that because everything is digital. You can get everything digital. Even the movie theater. I noticed that the movie theater barely has people here, and it's about to shut down because you can get the movies basically released a few days or the day of the release in theaters. They're released on digital, so it's turning into a digital world. So like books nowadays, people are downloading books more than buying paperback or buying the actual physical book. So like if you get it on a Kindle Fire or a Paperwhite, that right there is going to change things. It's going to make it where they don't get a physical copy. They'll get it instantly, and it'll be right there. A digital copy online on their Paperwhite or their Kindle Fire, and then they sit there and open it up and they read it, or they have their Paperwhite or Kindle Fire read it back to them, because it won't have the technology of an actual voice. It'll be AI voice, but it's a way for people that have seeing problems and stuff and all that, those issues, the disabilities, they will be able to read it, get it read to them with the AI voice.
So
it's a pretty fucking cool thing. Definitely worth it. It's a game. It's going to be a game changer. I would think it would be a game changer. Definitely. I mean, you'll get more people that probably can't get the physical copy or probably have trouble with their eyes. Oh yeah. Okay. Got it all now. Abby, question, are you okay? What the fuck is this person talking about? Dude, I hate people.
what's up?
Person. So I'm part of, and I asked Beast Mode, but he never answered me. I joined Beast Mode's channel. Okay. His Discord. And ever since I joined his Discord, I have these two specific people that keep on hitting me up, because if people can't add me as a friend, or they can't talk to me or send me a message unless I'm in the same group or they're on my friends list. So I have to be in the same Discord channel, because I have it blocked where random people can't just send me messages. But they're digital creators. They see that I've done Twitch before, and they're wondering if I need somebody to make art and stuff for them. And they keep on hitting me up. And I have a social media lawyer for things like this, and I have to get a hold of him and talk to him what he thinks and stuff if I want to buy any of these artworks. But they keep on hitting me up and they keep on asking me questions, and I kind of feel like they're the same people. But I asked Beast Mode about them, if these two people are legit, are from his channel only, and he hasn't replied to me yet. But they both hit me up like a day apart. They're asking the same stupid question. Well, I'm a digital creator. I'm not looking for anything to sell anything. I'm just looking for contributions to the artwork that I do. And if you need anything done, let me know. We can work out a price and all. I'm like, well, I thought you weren't about money. This shit like that. But it's a fucking annoying, because they keep on sending me messages, because I was like, they're like, have you talked to your lawyer? I was like, dude, I just lost my cousin this month, and I'm suffering from depression. I have a lot of mental health issues, and you got to give me time, and I'll let you know whenever I talk to the lawyers, because I have social media lawyers. And they're like, okay, just let me know. But then the next day, which is today, they're like, so what type of depression do you have? And all this. Oh my God, I don't want to do small talk bullshit.
That's funny.
What is your name on Discord? Didn't you join my Discord?
I thought so. It's good to know, I think.
Yeah, I got you.
Okay.
So I have two of them. Okay. One is a lower end one.
Mm-hmm.
The other one is a little bit higher end. Still not. It's not top notch, but it's higher end. Let me see which one is which. Oh, let's put in the picture there. Okay. So the first one is the Mano, the Mono. I don't know how to say the fucking name. Anyways, that's a little bit higher end. Yeah, that's a little bit higher end one. has a lot more that it can do overall. Now the Fi 9 is the cheaper one. That one is actually the one I've seen at Walmart. You can buy like a whole podcast streaming bundle at Walmart, and that's one of them. It's really cheap. I mean, I would say get the first one, in my opinion, just because it looks like it could do a lot more, and not necessarily the look of it. I mean, I actually don't like the look of it, but it looks like it can do a lot more. And so a lot of that stuff, you're not going to know exactly what it does. It's going to be like, oh my God, there's a whole bunch of buttons and all this. I don't need all this shit. But if you watch videos on YouTube of whichever one, you'll learn that there's things on there you can do that you're like, dude, that makes it so much easier and better. And some of the stuff you're like, oh, that's too complicated. You probably won't do it. But there's a lot of stuff that they'll do that helps increase your personal quality, where you could turn something down more instead of turning like, for example, muting a song. If a song's playing, you can have it turn separately the song down on most of these, turn the song down and not interfere with everything else in the background. So you can basically distribute your audio separately for video, music, like music apps, like if you use Spotify or something,
Yeah, I know.
YouTube, somebody else chatting in the background and they're too damn loud and you turn them down. Like, oh my God, somebody yesterday on your stream was like, dude, I can barely hear everyone else, but this one person will talk. I will turn everything up. One person will talk and it'll blow my eardrums. And I'm like, damn it, turn it all the way down. But
Yeah,
things like that, you can adjust that way. Like if you're on Discord and people are talking too loud, you could turn just Discord itself down. So you can be on Discord, be on your stream and do things and not have to, the people don't have to hear everyone screaming. Or you can even mute Discord where you can hear it and no one else can. Anyways,
What if
things
I don't
like
want to hear
that.
it and I want everybody else to hear it? Can I do that?
Or yeah, if you route it properly, yeah, you can do that.
I don't.
But people do that though. They have they have like those games where they have these games where like they play a sound or they tell everyone what the answers are, like your whole following and everyone watching your stream, and then you unmute yourself, and then now you have to play the game, and everyone else already knows the answers, but you can't look at the screen. But most people will look at the screen, but things like that. But they do have things like that. There's a lot of things you can do. Like mine, I have I don't have it routed properly, but I have a beep. So if I cuss a lot. And if somebody's like, "Oh my God, my butt's getting hurt because you're cussing so much. It's breaking my heart," and all this stuff, because people don't like cussing sometimes, even though they cuss a lot. So what I could do is I could just do a beep.
Right.
So it'd be like, "What the is going on here, you mother?" And then I had to do a beep every time. I can do a beep every time I cuss, and it'll beep over. Even if I say it in the mic, it will beep it out. But I don't have it routed properly, so every time I press it, you don't hear it. Also, I could change my voice. I could change my voice to sound like really deep, a completely different person, or I could change my voice to sound like a girl if I wanted to. Or I could do robots, but they have the sound effect too. They have sound effect thing. I haven't really worked with that either, but it's like, because I think it's annoying. Some people overuse these things like this. Like, you listen to those podcasts or those people on YouTube. They're like, "Oh, we got a new subscription," and you hear like they play the audio that's like, "Yeah," and people whistling, "Yeah, thanks for subscribing," and all that stuff. And they have these audios that play for everything. That's so damn annoying. So they have audios like that. Like, because I have an audio, which this one I would use, but it would piss a lot of people off. But like, if you ask somebody a question on live on chat, and you're like, "So, when did you get the book?" and they don't answer, then you can play the audio 1,000,000 hours later, and then it would just be funny because they're not answering. You could probably, I could see you doing something like that too. Harley, Harley, Dad, you could. Like when he tells a joke and he does that pause, he'd be like 1,000,000 hours later. That'll be
right. That'd be good.
But it's your
Boring.
choice, man. Like I think the first one I sent you is, in my opinion, probably the best one. You can read about it and see, or you can actually look it up, that both of them, to see if what people say is the best one. If you wanted to do it that way too, or look at the star ratings and what people say in their star ratings.
Yeah. Did you leave a rating for my book?
I haven't rated on your book yet. No,
Damn.
I am going to. I haven't
Okay.
yet because after I got your book, that's when my cousin passed away. I've been
Oh.
busy, so I haven't even really been on many people's streams and stuff because I'm dealing with stuff and just just dealing with shit.
Yeah, we've been wondering where you been, bro.
But I got diagnosed right before my cousin passed too. I got diagnosed with different stuff now, mental health stuff,
Go.
and they changed my meds. So that's fucking with me. And then my cousin passed, and then we had to deal with all that stuff. Which my cousin was, I was close to my cousin. He used to be at the club, at bar back at the club every time I went and won money doing karaoke. So he was always there. But and it's fucked up. He died the same way my dad did. Diabetes.
By what?
Diabetes.
Oh, yeah.
The DKI, I think is what they call it. The diabetic kenosis something. But
Yeah,
that's how my dad.
diabetic. Yeah. Yeah, I forget what it's called too.
Yeah, and that's how my dad died. See, but my dad was a drinker, and it didn't. He drank. He always was drinking something. Was always drunk, and that started messing with his diabetes, and he kept on having these seizures and these issues. He kept on having these issues, and he kept on having to go to hospital and stuff. And we believe that's what caused him to pass away finally. But they said the same thing for my cousin John too. So,
Yeah.
anyways,
I've lost a couple family members and a couple friends of mine to diabetes.
yeah, it's I mean, it shows you that you have to take care of yourself if you're sick like that, though.
Yep.
But I think it was something else. But I'm gonna agree with everybody because there's some things I just don't agree with. That I think it was something else that happened, but I don't have any hardcore proof. You know, of course, he got cremated because that's what everyone's doing nowadays. Cremation. I mean, it's cheaper overall, but anyways, yeah. So I still need to do a star rating and everything for you. And I've been really busy and doing other stuff and having to deal with a whole bunch of shit. And of course, my son's got his state testing that I've been doing this week.
Yeah. Whenever you get to it, bro, you know, no rush, man.
Yeah, I got some friends too. I got some Arthur or goddamn, I'm saying the fucking name wrong. Book authors that I'm gonna suggest to get your stuff to and give you a rating. They actually do like fantasy books and stuff. So one of my best friends from back when I was young, when I used to travel in Wisconsin, drink and party and do music. He was a bassist, and he writes these fantasy cowboy, but he calls them fantasy cowboy. I don't know what the fuck that is, but he writes these fantasy books, and he supposedly is pretty damn good, and he does tours and things like that. So I'll have him look at it also. Then he'll take you on a tour. He'd take you on a tour, and you can be like, I don't like being around people. He'd be like, okay, just like I told you before. He'll set up a screen, put a camera in your face, and be like, okay, now you can talk to people.
Yeah, I'm not a very big people person either, man.
I hate being around people. Well, see, that's the thing that's fucked up. I hate being around people, and I'm allergic to most humans. Yet I can be in concert with hundreds of people, and I think it's the power dynamic. Because if I go up on stage and sing metal music and do stuff, I don't even notice there's people in front of me. I just fucking get it deep into it. But then again, when I do in between the song, if I do see a lot of people there, it's not like I freak out about it because I can tell them to jump the fuck up, they'll jump up. I can tell them to lay on the ground, they'll probably lay on the damn ground.
Right.
I have power. But other than that, I hate being in front of people. I hated being in front of people when I was a manager at my jobs, man. I would have to give speeches and stuff on why we took productivity up compared to last year and stuff. And I can't stand being in front of people. Oh, Megan?
Yeah, I'm not a very big fan of it either. Yeah,
Like, I can't
am on
stand-
YouTube.
Yeah, I can't even stand being around people. Like, I go out, and that's one of my issues. One of the things I got diagnosed with, like an OCD, like severe OCD. But I can't stand people getting close to me and feeling like somebody, because they got close enough that I felt like they touched me, and then it bothers the hell out of me, and I have a hard time being out with around people. And it's really fucked up. You know what I learned? Because I didn't know this, but there's probably not that many people listening, so it's not going to matter. They're probably not going to agree or disagree. I don't know. But one thing I did learn is, did you know that most people with OCD are the dirtiest motherfuckers ever?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I did know
like
that.
I didn't know that was the thing. I didn't know that most people with OCD are hoarders and they can't organize things and they hoard things
Mhm.
and they don't clean up stuff. They only clean up certain stuff and they clean up stuff towards them. And that's not everybody, but that's most of the time that's the case. And I did not know that because I was like, there's no way I have OCD. And because I like collect things. I have things dusty. I hate dusting. I have things, packages, boxes. I still my room. You come in my room, you'll be like, dude, are you moving? Because I don't unpack things. I still leave them in the box because why unpack something just to turn around and have to pack it back up to move to a different place? That's how that's how my life's always been. So I don't unpack boxes. So I did, man, dude.
Yeah.
But yeah, I didn't know that. So I had to take medication for that. And I guess also with OCD, the type of OCD I have and stuff, I guess also correlates with bipolar.
Oh, okay. You got the mother lode there, Viprin. I'm just listening. I did know that about the OCD hoarders and whatnot. And I'm not a hoarder. I've got a lot of stuff in my house that I have to clean up. That's my dad's, and I haven't been able to do yet. But I'll talk to G2 in more detail about this. But after my dad died, I had a catastrophic, not a meltdown, but it was a disconnect, like because I had so much happen. I had a friend in their life. I had a friend murdered. I had my grandfather die. I had my uncle die. Yeah, all this crap culminating in my father's illness and death that I disconnected. So my dad died in March of 2017. The funeral was the 4th of April for Easter, just before Easter. And from then to that time in 2018, I remember nothing. I mean, I existed and, I was in the world. But if you ask me what I did on a certain date, I would have to look back on my Facebook. My mother took me on a trip. I don't remember it. I was talking to people, whatever. But I sort of got one huge diagnosis. So I was clinically depressed, which I knew. But I was told I had generalized anxiety. Again, sort of suspected it. But the one that sort of threw me for a loop was post-traumatic stress disorder. And I remember saying to my psychologist, I cannot have PTSD. And she's like, why not? I said, well, I've never been to war. I've never been in frontline combat. I'm not a first responder like my dad was. And she said, give me the list of what's happened to you in the last 6 months, which I did. And she said, are you sure that's not combat? You've had 4 people that are close to you die. You watched your father die. without a brain. You know, all she gave me back the list saying your brain does not know that that's not war, which is what happened. So what happened from a psychological viewpoint, and G2 knows I also have a psychology degree, was my brain disconnected because it's like, I'm done. I can't take any more shit, basically, and just said, we're stopping now. You can still exist. You can still be in the world, but we're just going to shut down and recharge for a while. And that recharge was from the 5th of April 2017 to the 6th of April 2018. And I slowly came out of it after resisting for 2 years to see a psychologist because I had done a psychology degree and I knew every trick those bastards were going to play. And in a beautiful twist of irony, fate, destiny, God's wicked sense of humor, my psychologist ended up being a girl I knew from my town and my school that was 4 years older than me and had done her psychology degree, and she was my psychologist. And the first thing out of her mouth was, if you're not comfortable with this because we know each other, you know, you can change, I won't be offended. And what I think of now is I should have gone to a psychologist when my dad died. But the thing I realized, and why I probably stopped or didn't do it, was I did it when after my nephew was born so I could enjoy that process. But I think, in all honesty, gentlemen, I would not have been receptive to the messages that I got 2 years later when I was more ready to say, okay, I'm listening now. What are you going to, what can I do? You know, because I think if you're not open to it, you can sit in a cycle and you just resent it. I did that when I was a kid after my parents' divorce, you know. But when I was older, I got to thinking, well, I'm sick of being the way I am with the depression and the anxiety and the insomnia and all of that. I think it's time. And it was the best thing I ever did. So, yeah.
I think I was a little too damn late. I knew I had problems from the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
Since I can remember,
Yep.
like the first memory I can remember in my life as a little kid, I know I had problems. The thing was like, I guess as a kid I didn't really listen, I truly believe it has to do with connecting to the person that's on your case.
Yeah,
Because I think some people are good at approaching somebody in certain situations, and some people are bad. They just follow the book, and it's like a repeating thing.
Yep.
I do believe that I should have got help a long time ago, but I don't have memories until 3rd grade. I have seen plenty of friends die from self-harm.
Mm-hmm.
But I got diagnosed. Well, I finally got help when I started seeing things, because the last time I started seeing things, I woke up in my vomit with the house trashed and beer bottles shattered all over the place, open pill bottles all over the place.
Oh, goodness.
And that was an attempt, is what they say.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have memory of it, but supposedly they believe that I tried to overdose on pills, drink beer and liquor and stuff, but I ended up passing out before it took effect, I guess. So that's why I woke up in vomit and stuff.
So can I ask you one question, and you don't have to answer it, but you said you didn't have memories till grade 3. What was the triggering memory that made you think, for want of a better phrase, and I'm not saying you're wrong, I don't imply that, but something's wrong with me? Like, what was... If you don't have to answer that, but what was...
I'll answer it. I'm open book when it comes to stuff, because this is part of who I am with music and stuff. But I knew I've always had problems.
Right.
I felt like an outcast. I never felt like a person, like a human, with everyone. Hey, Remy, I was backstage.
Yeah,
Remy?
backstage. Yep.
I never felt like a human. I never felt like I could connect to anybody. I always felt like an outcast. I was never wanted. I was never loved. I was never cared for. I was never anything. So I knew something was wrong with me when I'm like dude, and it's just like it's just like these you watch these old movies where the nerd guy doesn't get picked in class. It's literally fucking like that. And
Yeah, I was that guy.
getting that feeling that you're left out and nobody gives two shits if anything happened to you. Right. And I've always felt like that. And that's when I always knew I had problems, but also I started getting into good dark music.
So yeah,
like
but
porn.
but do you remember? And again, you don't have to answer this. Was there one moment, whether you were listening to the dark music or you knew you were the outcast because you were the nerd, for want of a better word? And I resemble that remark. I am a geek, not a nerd. Like one triggering moment where you were listening to Korn, which I've listened to, and gone, something's not right. Or more to the point, something's not right, for want of a better word, with me.
I don't think it was
with music so much.
Yeah,
I did identify with music a lot because that's the only time I've ever cried is listening to songs like Jonathan Davis. Has so much emotion in his songs and stuff, and like some of these lyrics and some of the songs with how they're played, I could feel the emotion from it in my way, I guess.
Right.
I never really got memories back.
But there wasn't like a triggering, like my psychologist likened it to a light switch being flicked on by somebody and you go, oh, that's when whatever it was. It's Jonathan Davis's music, which I agree with. Like a light bulb flicked in your head or something. There wasn't an exact moment. It was a lot of things that led to that.
I don't think there was an exact moment, honestly. Right. I don't know. I can't say yay or nay on that, honestly. I gotta tell you, like, the earliest I can remember, I have flashes of being treated like shit from a stepdad. Okay. I can't tell you sexual abuse. I can't tell you physical, or I think physical abuse because I have these tics, but I can't say 100% that it's this or sexual abuse. I can't tell you what type of abuse it was.
Yep.
I could tell you that I've always had flinches since I was little, since I can remember, like if somebody comes up to put their hand on my back or somebody comes up and they put their hand up to scratch their head or something, and I think they're coming up behind me and stuff, I got this freeze response every time in the flinch, like a paranoia type feeling. So I've had that since I was young, but I also believed I was born into, I've always said I was born in depression, that my goal on this earth was to play music and sing about depression and sing about self-harm and sing about the thoughts of once to end your life and everything else. I always believed that was my thing. That's why music was my thing, right? Mm-hmm. Jonathan Davis started me with music. Then Corey Taylor, of course, Slipknot. Yeah, those were my my grounds of growing in music and stuff. I never got that far into music though, because everything goes to shit. You know, you have suicide attempts, you have friends die, you have threats on your life, you have like family members that don't give a shit, you're crying out for help and nobody's listening. You have all these other things that happen. But I always believed that my job on this planet was to take everyone else's pain and help them through things. So I would always listen to everyone else's darkness and everyone else's pain and everyone else's thoughts of self-harm and all that stuff, and I would take it in under me. But I learned probably after I got my divorce and the whole thing happened with my son, and that was one of my attempts that scared the hell out of me. That's why I don't drink anymore. But I learned that a person can only take so much of the fucking pain from people that it starts mentally affecting them, and they start looking more into their darkness and where they're not at. Their path is
how it twists them into something that they weren't originally.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking, Remy. Yeah, I
wouldn't say twist them into what they weren't. I wouldn't say twist them because I don't think anybody. I just think it put me more into my problems instead of overlooking them and helping somebody else with their problems. Because I've been suffering for such a long time, then I had that attempt, once I stopped drinking because of that attempt. I had that attempt.
Would you say, Vipran, I'm very empathetic, and I'm known as the best listener in our group. But would you say then that you started listening? Not that you stopped necessarily listening to others when they would come to you and unload, but you started listening more to your what I call my inner self, that little voice in between your ears, in your heart, wherever it is in your body, that starts saying, hey, listen, yeah, I'm hearing all that, but like you said, what about me? Like, because you didn't.
People don't even have to tell me their problem. I already know what it is when I meet them or when they're around me.
You're an empath.
So I'm not religious. I also don't believe in all this other stuff. One thing I can tell you, and it sounds stupid, one thing I can tell you is I can go out, okay? I can go out and see somebody and see the dark aura thing around them, like this light mist around them, and know that they have a lot of pain in them. And then every time I've done that, every time I've approached somebody the proper way, because people don't approach people with deep dark pain properly anymore. But I go approach them the proper way, and then they tell me their issues. I already knew why.
Yeah, like, okay, you've already got an idea of what they're going to say to you.
What they're going to say, yes, because there was a girl that I used to be a boss at Best Buy, and I worked for this girl, beautiful girl, and she always had the sadness to her, and she had that dark aura around her, and I knew instantly. I know exactly where her pain was and what she has to deal with, and I never even talked to this girl before. I knew that she was getting abused. I knew that she had abusive boyfriend. I knew she had all these issues. And it turns out that that's what it was. Like, she almost got killed because of an abusive ex-boyfriend. So
okay, that's
and I kind of just knew it, and that's why I kind of go off of is that right there. And not only that, but my internal stuff, like a lot of the lyrics and stuff that I write, I wouldn't say a person that's never been through it wouldn't understand it. I'll tell you that. People that haven't been in deep, dark pain probably wouldn't understand the shit that I write. But people that have been through it would be like, oh my God, I completely understand.
Oh my God, he's speaking to me. He's speaking to me. Yeah.
And that's the thing is like, and other people can probably get a different feeling off of it. Maybe, but and some people might be like, oh, that's so dumb. But the thing is like, I explain it the way I feel at the time. For example, anxiety. A lot of people explain anxiety in many different ways. But I tell you one thing that I explain it in, it's like you're sinking into your bed and the walls are closing in on you. Everything's closing in on you. The walls, you can't breathe. It's all closing in and closing in. You're sinking in your bed.
My anxiety and depression, and I was told it was one of the best ways to describe it, as you're lying in bed and someone's standing over you with a steel-toed boot on your chest, and they're pressing down on your chest, and you're trying to move to get away from it, but your feet are in cement. Or another way I used to describe it is, it's like you're just standing there and you see an oil slick coming for you, and you know you're going to drown in this oil slick, and you go to move, but your feet are in cement and you can't move. All the while, the oil is coming towards you, and you're like, I've got to move from this so it doesn't drown me, essentially, but you can't move. And that's how I like, well, that's more depression than anxiety, but anxiety to me.
Yeah, because mine is like,
it's like the steel-toed boot on the chest. Yeah.
Mine's like something inside my chest trying to push out. It's so fucked up. It hurts so much. It's like my chest swells out. But I'll tell you're explaining the oil slick thing. I have a hard time explaining that to my things like that to my my therapist. I have 3 therapists, and trying to explain to them what it's like. Like when I am deep into depression, and what I called depression to me is like falling in a deep dark pit that you can't get out of.
Yep. You can see the light. You can like the bottom of the well, and you can see the light, and you know that's what you got to aim for. But you start climbing out. You keep slipping and slipping deeper occasionally into the hole. Yep.
That's how I explain it. That's how I explain it in my music. Is the deep dark pit, endless pit, and then but also I try to explain also the shadows I see. Right, so like when my last attempt that I had, there was this so I would start seeing things, and I would see like when you're in a dark room, the
Mhm.
corner of the room comes together. You have that corner in the room,
Yep.
and then it would look like a shadowy oil, right? Like
Mhm.
coming out from that crevice, the corner crevice in the room, coming out on the floor and stuff, and coming towards me a little bit, and I would start seeing that all the time. Also, the other feeling is during the day when it's not nighttime, feeling like you're still in a dream and like everything's
Yep,
not real.
Yep.
It feels like it's a
That's,
fucking dream.
Disassociate, not disassociation. There's a term for it, and I know it. It's kind of like disassociation, but depersonalization is what it is.
Depersonalization.
Yeah, depersonalization. Sorry, I'm sitting here. I'm trying desperately not to shrink you, Viperin, when I'm sitting here
Okay.
going. I'm sitting here going, oh, good Lord, someone gets it. This is what I was like after my dad died. This is it.
Yeah, and
And
I'm not afraid to talk about any of my stuff.
I'm not
I mean,
anymore.
I
I
don't know
just-
if I was sexually abused. My therapist think I probably was when I was younger. That's why I have
Probably.
these things I can't
Possibly.
remember. But and then there's also these like little flashes of things that to them, I guess, is a hint or whatever. But I know I was physically abused, and
Yeah.
I even got my ribs broken when I was young. So
A broken ribs playing sport. That's never fun. But sorry, G2, I'm making this into a therapy session. But
No, we're good. We're good. You're good.
Viperin is absolutely speaking my truth. When my dad died, the deep hole, the oil slick, the boot on the chest. Oh,
Yeah.
oh God, I'm gonna start crying because
This is
there's a lot of it I haven't told my family because it's kind of like I don't want to be a burden, particularly to my younger brother. The other thing that happened that I remember, my brother had an ulcer explode, and like an abdominal ulcer, and I get a phone call because they didn't realize it had burst, and they put 4 liters of contrast dye to do a scan on him, and he was close to death. This is the same day I get part of my jaw taken out. So, Viperin, you are speaking my language, brother. I can empathize. Not that you want empathy, not sympathy, but you. Oh my God, I have never met someone with not exactly the same that happened to me after my dad died, because, as I said, I had 6 months of, build up to the break. But, oh my Lord, we are so close. But, every journey is different, of course, but just
yeah, everybody's different in different ways. But see, I should have got help back when I was young. The earliest I can remember when I know I started needing help was I had to be like 9, 10 years old. I don't remember anything before then. But I'll tell you, okay, let me tell you this much. This is how long ago it was. My first memory that I can remember is moving back to Oklahoma and sitting outside in my new classroom, sitting out in the hall, watching the TV because the Oklahoma City bombing happened. And they had the old tube TV. They roll it out on the little cart thing and had us watch the TV. Yeah. And that's all class was that day, was watching that. That's the earliest memory I can remember in clear detail.
When was that? That
was a long time ago.
That was 95, 6. Yeah. The other thing that was an exacerbating thing for me was my parents divorced 1 week exactly after my 9th birthday. But my father's family, particularly, and my mother's to a lesser extent, were of the generation that the children were seen, not heard. That was fine. But you talk about early memories, Viperin. I remember that my mum and dad would put us to bed, as kids. But I had insomnia from a very early age, so I wouldn't fall asleep like my brother would. My brother would fall asleep standing up. So when they thought the kids were asleep in bed, they would start screaming at each other. And I mean viciously screaming. But the thing was, the next morning. Like, I'd laid in bed for an hour or two before I fell asleep hearing it. And then the next day, nothing had happened. Same thing the next night. So, yes, they ultimately divorced 1 week after my 9th birthday, but we never talked about it. So my dad always said to my brother and I that he would tell us the story of the divorce when we were 21 or older so we could understand it. Fair enough. And what really fucked with my mind, excuse my language, G2, was I always thought my mother had instigated the divorce because she's the one that left the house.
Mhm.
And my father got custody of my younger brother and I, but it was my father that asked for the divorce. Now imagine that. So for 30 odd years, I had hated my mother for leaving. And my father's like, well, actually, sweetheart, I've got something to tell you. Your mother left, yes, but I asked her to leave. What the actual fuck? You know, so I think for 30 years I've hated my mother. And then to had that drop in your lap. Yeah. So I think that didn't help the situation later. But anyway, I've spoken enough to you too. I'm so sorry.
You're good.
I
So
think-
this is what anxiety is like. So this is like what anxiety is like for me. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
is this song right here?
I want to say really quick. I hope it didn't make Rami mad or something.
Yeah, me too.
It makes me feel like when I'm talking about this stuff, somebody gets mad and runs off. I'm like, oh no.
Yeah. I hope not either.
I'm sure we didn't.
Mm.
All right.
Yeah.
here we go.
That G2, that's a bit of what you'll get when we finally sit down to chat, my friend.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh
So
boy.
this is B Mike. This is B Mike.
Michael?
Yeah.
Right this way, please, Michael. What can I do for you today?
I just need something to take this edge off, and I'll be on my way.
Well, I can't just give them to
The
you.
fuck? Why
Why
not?
don't you take a seat and we'll have a little chat?
Every single day it breaks me to pieces. I taste the defeat at the feet of my demons. I'm such a fucking waste of achievement. I should put this trigger to my brain and just squeeze it. Cause Lord, I know I ain't been no saint. But tell me what I did to deserve this pain. Tell me what I did to deserve this hurt. When all I ever did was put everybody first.
And how does that make you feel?
These days, I just don't feel shit. I don't feel a thing at all. I don't feel like I exist. That's why I need my fix, so I can just feel something. How do you describe the word empty? Try to describe the word nothing. Wait, fuck that. Use my name as the definition. Write it on my forehead. Defective, out of commission. I'm sick of it. Losing myself, I'm sick of it. Check my fingerprints. You'll see how little the percentage is. Giving it my all. I've given it my all and so much more. But everybody's still walking out that door. I've given it my all. It's getting to the point where it's sad as fuck. I've given it my all, but it's not enough. It's
The
not
sleeping pills
enough.
don't work, the healing pills don't work. I still feel pain with the pain pills, now those same pills don't work. If I don't get a couple perks, I'm about to go berserk. I swear to God, nobody can fix the shit, not even the church.
Now tell me what good would a pastor do? Except be mad at you, then tell you that you sinned a bunch of times, but I've forgiven you. You know they won't admit it, and God himself is forbidden. But it's probably still just half of all the shit the priest committed.
And how does that make you
Ask me one more time, how the fuck I feel? I'ma fucking lose my mind. Step aside, I need the pill. Step aside, I need the Xanny. Step aside, I need the Vicodin, and I'll be on my way so I can just get back my life again. You do not give a shit. Stop pretending, stop lying. Cause to you, I'm just a jack, bitch, just a dollar sign. Another vacay with the kids, hubby couldn't be prouder. And all you had to do was ask me how I feel for an hour. See, that's the problem with pretentious technicalities. You preach insanity and then expect my weekly salary. So tell me who's the crazy person now, bitch?
bitch, and yet you think you're qualified to treat me.
I've given him my all. I've given him my all and so much more. But everybody's still walking out that door. I've given him my all.
It's getting to the point where it's sad as fuck. I've given him my all, but it's not enough. It's not enough. Man, I came up a long way. Just a young Jersey nigga. Bullet at my temple. Afraid I might pull this trigger. It's fucking anxiety. Fucking anxiety. My demons are calling and saying that they want whatever's inside of me. I'ma give it to them. Hell yeah. I'ma give them all of it.
Used to be a smooth operator.
Now it's the opposite. Anxiety. Oh, big time. Anxiety. Yeah. I feel it swimming through my veins. I'm afraid I might get the blade, make a slit and let the blood spill out. Anxiety. Oh, big time. Anxiety.
But that's what anxiety is like for me, right there.
Yep.
Every single day of my life.
Yep. And the thing he said about the shrink taking the money, that's why mine said, if this does not work for you at any point, tell me, we pull the plug, no hard feelings. You don't have to keep paying if it's not working. And I was very lucky, as I said, I knew her at school and we weren't friends. She was a few years above me at school, but I instantly knew that I had a good relationship there. We had to work at it, certainly, to get where I was comfortable about talking about stuff. But
it took me it took me almost 5 months before I opened up to my counselor and said a fucking word to the bitch.
Yeah, it took me probably because I knew her.
And then I like clicked with her and like she quit and it fucking devastated me. But I got the most amazing counselor now anyway.
I was going to say, were you able to find another good one? Because when I started my therapy, it was the pandemic, so we were all on Zoom and phone calls and stuff, which made it more difficult to build that relationship. But as soon as we got face to face, it was fine.
See, my current counselor started out as my case manager.
Oh, okay. So you had that. I was going to say reputation. That's not what I meant. That relationship already.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah, that's good. All right. Well, G2, I'm going to jump down because I'm going to burst into tears thinking about this stuff again, which isn't a bad thing, but no one wants to hear me blubber because I'll be doing plenty of that when we talk in a couple of weeks for sure.
Mm-hmm.
But thank you, Vipran, for being so honest, and G2, thank you for allowing me to say, as I said, not even my brother knows a lot of this stuff because he's got a lot going on, and you never want to feel like you're burdening anybody, but sometimes you just need to say it,
Well, yep. Miss G2K said you're always welcome here, Megan. So there you go.
Oh, thank you, sugar. Yeah. I come from a long line of repressed lunatics. It was stiff upper lip. People don't cry in front of other people. People don't talk about their feelings, which, as I said to my psychologist, it's like 40 plus years of repression and undoing bad habits. But work in progress. I'll get there eventually. I'm quite sure of it.
Hell yeah.
All right, guys. I will see you next week because I've got the NFL draft and stuff happening in Rome for the church. So I will talk to you soon.
All right, Megan, be good.
Later.
All right, take care, guys.
I'm really hoping I didn't make Remy mad or anything. I don't know if I did or not.
What's that?
Remy, like talking about this stuff. That's one reason. I mean, I don't mind talking about all this stuff in my past and stuff like that. When you talk about it, and then people come and go like that, it almost makes you feel like you said something wrong.
Yeah.
I'm just hoping I didn't say anything wrong and made him feel bad or something. Because I know he's been going through a rough time.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think I sent him a message. I don't know. My mind doesn't work that well anymore. I just can't. I swore I sent him a message, but I guess I didn't. I don't know.
Yeah, I'll send him a message here in a little bit myself. But I am going to follow suit with Megan. I'm going to get out of here myself, bro.
Okay. Did you look at those? Did you look at those pictures?
Yeah, I did. Whichever one's the cheapest one, I'll get, I guess, you know.
And that's the I think it's $49 or something, but that one's the one that's in Walmart. I think you might check your Walmart, see if it's there.
All right.
So you can get a look at it and a feel of it and what you think. But those have phantom power, so they have enough power to run your mic. Basically, you go USB from that device into your computer, install the software and install the upgrades for it. Then you can control your mic sound, how loud your mic is, how much it's picking up in the background. If it does pick up stuff, you can take it down to where it doesn't pick up stuff in the background. So you have all the settings on your mic to make it sound like professional and less background noises and stuff, right? So
yeah. And we all know
everyone
over
you
here,
choose
and we all know over here I got some background noises.
you actually don't have that bad background noise, especially with what you're using your mic on your computer.
Yeah.
Yeah, your background noise is not actually that bad at all for a computer mic.
Oh, right on.
I mean, shit. Here you hear some of the people that come up on panels sometimes that have a lot of background noise, and they're using an actual professional mic sticking in their face, you know, with the thing hanging there.
Yeah.
But yeah, your mic. I didn't even know you didn't. I didn't even know you were using your computer mic because it was actually sounded really good.
Sweet.
But yeah. So I'll be coming back. I come in chat and stuff every now and then, but I'll fall asleep or have something I'm doing. So
Thanks for your help.
Yeah, thanks for your help, bro. I appreciate it, man.
no problem. Anytime.
All right, brother. Be good, man. I'm gonna get out of here myself.
You. See you later.
All right, everybody. Just like always, do me 2 favors, Miss Libran.
Bye, Libran.
2 favors, everybody. Number 1, try to love one another right now because we might not get a chance to do so tomorrow. In fact, there are people here today that won't get that chance to do so tomorrow, so we might as well take advantage of it while we can. And number 2, tell your friends about it because they're going to want to know. Get to know. Laters. All you fucking haters. See you fucking laters. Fucking haters. See you laters. Fucking haters. Laters, motherfuckers!